That's actually a smart thing to do. That's another way of I respect that too, because that's another way of maturely handling it without you going off. It's like, yeah, I hit him with the rocket right there.
Yeah.
No, but going back to the Culvers, because I know, yo,
I
wrote it
can't.
down.
I fucking can't, dude.
I wrote
Oh
it
my
down.
God.
I wrote it down because I knew. I'm like, yo, we're going on a tangent. This is gonna go hard. I'm like, I'm gonna forget.
I love you so much.
I wrote it, bro. I wrote it. I'm not gonna forget.
I'm so proud of you. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of Talking Trubbish. I'm your host, Matthew, and I am here with my buddy, Jacob, as always. What is going on, dude?
What's up, bro? Not much, you know. We're just here trying to literally me trying to wake up and you know,
Yeah,
same thing.
This episode is a fake it till you make it kind of deal. Right?
Damn, it almost feels like work right now a little bit. I'm just kidding.
Honestly, it kind of does, but the thing that I think I found, and I know that we talked about this before, is especially when I'm really stressed out, my motivation to do anything goes out the window, let alone work. So it's I think I told you early on, no, you need to push me, at least hit the start button. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because once we get in there, then I'm oh, dude, this is fun. You know, but it's all the lead up because you're just drained.
Yeah, you know? It's a weird comparison, but I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I think to this moment I'm afraid of heights, right?
Okay.
I would never go skydiving. Reason why I say that is because I don't mind roller coasters if once I'm on it, I'm kind of I'm locked in. I can't do shit. I'm there. Well, same thing with the plane. If you're in the plane, you're fucked already. But the reason why I say this is because I've been terrified of heights for I don't know how long, but it's been in my mind, a thing in my life for a while. Point is, I would never I would go to Universal or Islands of Adventure in Orlando, the parks and stuff, theme parks and stuff like that, with my family. No one was able to get me on roller coasters. Okay, no one. But the time I started to date somebody. My first ex, she's I love roller coasters, and I was and I'm
you're I love them too. Oh my God, there's so much in common.
Exactly, because we ended up going together back in the time. I was 18.
Yeah,
and I could not say I am afraid of fucking the roller coasters. Point is, my heart would be beating so fucking fast during the line and shit. I'd be terrified. But once I did it, that first time, the initial time, I'm yo, this is actually fun, even though I'm fucking terrified.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, it's just whenever I've never been waxed, but it seems when you get waxed and it's just
you look off. Like you'd be a motherfucker that waxes though.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
No, I've been called a person that literally is very on top of his stuff, where takes care of himself. Where I've been curious as to
you're hella metrosexual, dog.
I've been called metrosexual multiple times, which is funny, but I have never been waxed. I'd be fucking terrified. I don't know how that feels, but I'm sure it hurts because from the videos that I've seen where people put the wax in their nose, for example, and they just what? I'm
dude,
nope.
my girl wants to do that to me so badly. I might do it because it's annoying. Just especially with the beard and shit. It just gets annoying.
Right.
I'm nervous for the yoink, you know.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. I don't, since we're talking about nose, I've seen this weird it's actually a Cairo, I think, related thing where they put a balloon legitimately down your nostrils, and then they expand it within, and you see the balloon when you open your mouth. You see the balloon kind of I don't know if you've seen that.
Whoa!
Where it expands till it pops,
yeah.
And then they disinflate it. I don't know, something like that. But I think they do this to expand. I think some stuff like within like your like
Like
nostrils, like in there.
nasal cavities and stuff.
Yeah. So they like
Dude,
I guess
I need serious help on my nose, dog. Like
dude, me too.
I've like deviated septum. Like I cannot breathe out of my left nostril. Like it's like 95% blocked.
Has has that always been a thing or just recently? Like
I mean, in the past like 20 years is when
oh,
like I
okay.
actually noticed there. Okay, I'll tell you this. Of my body, there's probably like the only thing I'm really honestly kind of self-conscious about is my nose. And it's
Okay.
only because like a little kid made a comment about it way back in the day. And you know how
That's how it
kids say
starts.
like the
Yep.
meanest things?
The,
Like I have
no
no idea
filter.
why that just like cut me like so deep. And I
Yeah.
to this day, because of that comment, I am now aware of my nose. I wasn't until then.
Dude,
So
that's
because of
actually
that comment,
crazy.
now I'm like, my nose is big, that it's like crooked as hell. Like I have the self-consciousness related to that.
Dude, that's actually crazy. But like it's we know this like that kids just have like no filter with what they say, and it's very common for that. But for some reason, sometimes those comments do hurt the most. And you're like, fuck. Like for example, well, not necessarily. Like it just depends. Like the people. For me, like I would be like, dude, like I'm like gaining weight, and then I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll get to it at one point. The moment my mom goes like, "Te estás poniendo gordito," so essentially like you're getting some weight, and I'm like, oh
Uh-huh.
fuck no, and I go like fucking Super Saiyan like training and like doing push-ups. I started running this week.
Oh?
Actually, yeah, I started going back to start like I would say jogging. I don't want to say running,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
it's something. I'm
Yeah.
going outside.
You're
uh,
touching grass,
I'm
nerd.
touching grass. Yeah,
Like-
exactly. And to me, like it feels nice. It's like it's funny because I have, which I think I mentioned in an episode or two ago, where I say that I have a herniation disc,
yeah,
herniated disc,
herniated disc.
and bro, for some reason, it still doesn't make sense to me. Maybe you can make sense of it for me, maybe not. When I go running, I don't feel any pain. Like, but when I walk or go up the stairs, it's like slow motions or sitting, it hurts. I guess when sitting, that makes sense. But when I'm running, like it feels like outside of me out of being out of breath, like it doesn't bother me.
I mean, it could be like the posture that you're running doesn't put the stress on the disc.
Cause like
I
I'm
don't know.
think,
Is it weird if
yeah,
you're saying it hurts when you're standing or walking, right?
yeah, like I'm like it doesn't hurt. It's like discomfort. I want to say it's
Yeah, I would
discomfort. It does.
I would think that running would make it worse. So that's so
Cause
you're a medical marvel, dog. Like,
Because like I'm thinking like when you run, you definitely are making like you're bouncing kind of, and you're putting pressure, I would assume, into the spine.
right.
And if I'm not mistaken, the herniated disc is whenever you have like the bone kind of like touching. If I'm not mistaken, there's like no cushion in
Okay.
between.
I don't know about that shit.
That's what I was told. I'm no expert either.
Mhm.
I'm an expert to if you have a cold, I'll tell you what to do to get better. But outside of that, my scope of knowledge on that is just like not non-existent,
Yeah.
non-existent. But yeah, it's very odd that it does kind of go away when I go running. But yeah, so
Let's take this back to the roller coaster. This
right,
was
yeah.
like a
No,
5 minute.
it was a roller coaster, really.
It was a roller coaster. We're very on brand right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, the reason why I say that's because like once I got into the roller coaster, like after the first time, I would be a little scared with every like I guess moment leading up to going into the ride. But after being on the ride, even though like I hit the drops, like fuck, I scream,
Mhm.
I let it all out. I'm fucking terrified, but I'm like, okay, I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like that where I was trying to make the comparison into like once like we're tired right now, but once we get into it, bro, we're having fun, right?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, no, the things that I would do as an 18-year-old for a girl is it's like crazy. Like I would just be like, oh yeah, I'm no bitch. Like yeah, I got this.
I'm like you. I'm like terrified of heights, but for some reason, I am also an adrenaline junkie. So I actually love roller coasters to like
What?
a sociopathic level where I want to be in the front
Oh
cart.
hell no.
Like, I
Who?
want to be peering like over the abyss. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you don't see the track anymore. You just see straight down. Like, for
Yeah.
some reason, that rush just makes me feel so alive. Like, and it becomes addicting.
Really? Is there
Yeah.
is there something that you can say that you can compare to that makes you feel like that too?
No, I mean, it's really hard because like the adrenaline rush is kind of like a alleviation of fear. Like, that's
Okay.
what the rush is, right? Because it's like you're going down and you're like, you
Yeah.
know, like, and then it's like the bottoming out when you're coming up and you just like, I'm alive, and then you're like, I'm alive. Like,
No, yeah, that makes sense though. It does make sense. You're just like freaking like ecstatic. You're like, I fucking did that, right?
yeah.
Like
I will
it's
say
crazy.
the roller coasters is the only thing that I would say I get the rush on. It has nothing to do with like a drop from height. So skydiving to me would be absolutely terrifying.
You would
I
not
would
you
do it. It's on my bucket list. I want to
oh
do it
hell.
one time, but the reason why I know that it's completely different is I went to we have a theme park here called Michigan Adventure, and they have this thing called like a rip cord where it's like you are just on this like long wire and then you just are lifted up like 150 feet and then just dropped and
Do you
you
drop it?
just swing. You just swing. Like, they lift you up at like an angle, you know?
Yeah, it's
And
like
then they drop you and then you're just
it's like
going
a
back and forth.
yeah. Is it one of have you done it before?
I did it. I could not. I like, there was no fun in it at all. There was no adrenaline. Like, the adrenaline didn't stop, but it was pure anxiety because there is no like safety thing in it. I'm in a harness, like, that's it. Just a harness and a wire strap in my back, and I'm swinging. We had this on video. You see me like flying past, and as like we're slowing down the swinging, you see my legs violently shaking, like
Like
they would not stop. They're just shaking left, like whoo, you know. Bro, when I actually stepped on the ground, like, I could not walk for like 5 minutes because I just
oh
had to get
shit.
my legs to stop, like, like they were like, we're dead, we're dead, we're dead. Like, that's what my legs were
Bro.
thinking.
That's
So
like
it's
some
like,
cartoon shit right there.
dude, it totally was, man. But it was just crazy, like the detachment that my body had from like my
Damn.
brain. Like, I could not actually control my limbs
Dude, that's
just because
crazy.
that's the level of fear that was in my body.
And that was how
So
long ago?
that was like 15 years ago at this point. But
Okay.
I mean the last roller coaster I went on, I think, was like 7 years ago too. Like, I don't go on them often or really have a reason to, I guess.
Yeah. Have you
That's something that like you do in your 20s, and then like you
Yeah.
revisit that when you're a parent and you're at like your kid's field trip.
yeah, yeah. That's what I would say too. Where I've been on one of those actually with a friend, and
Did you
but
go tandem,
yeah,
like together?
yeah. It was two. It was two. It was like it was two of them. You're kind of like
Was it a girl?
Yeah.
Ah!
I see. I got forced to doing it, bro. I got
Oh.
forced. I'm not even gonna do. I'm not even gonna freaking try to make sure that I hide that. But
Uh-huh.
I don't know if yours was the same like this. But when you're up there, did they let you like down, or you had to do it?
I had to do it, which was even worse.
Right. Oh, okay. So you had to pull it, so you guys went down. I had to fucking do that shit, and I'm like, I don't want to. I'm looking.
You're like,
and
I'm killing us both. Like,
Yeah. No, and what was worse at the time, she was like, just do it, just do it. And like it's kind of like your Cairo, where like he's talking to you and he just went like blah. And she's like talking to me and she's like blah. And I'm like, ah! I'm like, I hate you.
I know. We're so breaking up.
No, but like it's funny though. Like and it goes back to what I was telling you, that I only do these things because of a girl, or at you know, like just try not to seem like a little bitch about it.
Yeah.
But at the time, like that shit was, to be honest with you, it was very terrifying because it's kind of like the plane, but not as bad, I would say. You're slowly seeing yourself go up, 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 and then you just stay there.
Okay, so this is actually. Are you still scared on flights then? Like the process of taking off, that still scares you?
I would say like not so much. Okay, so the taking off and the like landing things are very are associated in the sense that like I'm not so much scared of the height itself of like taking off or you know landing, but more so is like scared of it like just crashing.
I mean, isn't like takeoff and landing the most dangerous part of flying?
That's why I'm like when we're about to take off, I'm like all serious, bro. I'm like this. I'm like holding on to the fucking thing like this, and I'm holding on, and I literally you know put music on just to like phase out, and then just start like making sure like I do my little prayers every time. I'm like, you know, hopefully we get you know land safely, take off safely. And then when we land, I hate this because I take Spirit, and if people know Spirit is like you know not the greatest.
It is the Spirit, bro. Like, woo!
but the reason why I say that is because like it's not so much that their pilots suck. I think it's just the planes. I mean, I think their planes are better now, but they had older planes where the whole fucking plane, bro, the whole plane would fucking shake whenever you're landing. I'm like, bro, I feel like the engine's about to fall out or something. But like the cabin, like stuff, like the things on the top, it would just be shaking. Like I thought they were gonna pop open and then like fall. It's gotten better. It has gotten. I think they got new planes now, so it's good. But even so, like sometimes when they land, I don't know. You know, have you ever been in a car that drifts?
Yeah.
So like when they land, they go like they kind of like go like that, and I'm like, hold up. I'm like, what about we go like and like go in a circle? Yeah, because like some planes, bro. I've been in like in the JetBlue, and they just land all softly, and I'm like, oh, fucking hell, I love this. Spirit, I'm like,
there was one airline and only like one time where it's like it was Southwest, and like they landed and I actually did not feel them touch the ground, and it was actually more scary feeling them like break, because I'm like, we're not on the fucking ground right now, fam. Like I thought they were just going, oh, we're and then boom, oh, there were they, you know, like.
No, but that's where like I would say like I think my fear of the taking off and the landing came from Spirit. I'll blame them. But also like like news that I hear of like when planes take off and then they're like just after takeoff something happened and they crashed, and I'm like,
yeah, like what was it, the plane that took off and then hit like a Black Hawk helicopter? You're like, how did that happen?
Bro,
like, y'all not talking to each other? Like, how does this happen in 2020, in the 2020s? Like,
that shouldn't even be a thing. I don't know. That's a great thing. But I think my fear of a lot of stuff come from just like news, like, you know, roller coasters fears, because I hear like, oh, the seatbelt or the harness just like wasn't working. The person flung off, right?
Would you ever go on like a Carnival ride then?
I do not, because I've seen the Carnival rides are the worst ones, where I've seen more, at least that made it to the news, more fatalities, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of avoid them too, man.
I try to avoid them too, because I've heard weird ones where like there's one that you're kind of like you're kind of like the ones where you're like laying down on your stomach like a Superman style,
Yeah.
and it goes in a circle, right? And I I don't know why I'm laughing. This is fucked up. But like I heard one where like one of the things went loose and the guys actually went flying.
Yeah, dude. Like he actually was Superman, dude. Like,
And I'm like, I'm good. I will not go on those. I will not go on ones that you go up and they drop, because I've heard once where there was like
Yeah.
a 13-year-old kid. I don't know if you heard about that one or if it was local, where the thing didn't go down all the way. So when he went down on the drop, like it went up and he just like fell out. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
yeah, dude. I just the fact that like a lot of these like pop-up carnival, like a pop-up carnival, I will never go go on a ride. But like those like set in place type joints where it's like this is the only thing they do here is like a seasonal type thing, I would probably go on low rides. None of this like bring him up shit. No, but like maybe like a little like carnival, you know, or like a carousel.
I've done those. Yeah, those are nice. The reason why I like to go to carnivals are the food. I like to be one of those that likes to be like, yo, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that, like a little bit of everything. And dude, like I just love carnival foods, even though like the next day I feel like shit. But some of the ones that
all
are
the grease, all
yeah,
the fat, all the butter, like
yeah, it's just like all the heart attack, and it's good though. Like I like it because like some of them are very interesting. Some people would have like these cookies. Was it no donuts? Donuts they put like crazy things on them. You know things like it's just so many things that are creative that I'm like, dude, I want to try that just to try that. I say I had that. But I'm a foodie. I think you know this. I think I've mentioned this. Like I'm a foodie. I like to try new things. I like to figure out like if they're good or not. Talking about food, I went back to Culver's and
okay.
Yeah. I sent it to you guys and it was better. It was better.
Okay.
This time I'll tell you guys what the order was. This time I got the Culver's Deluxe, I think.
Okay.
Obviously the fries are just the fries. I feel like they're just regular. What are they?
Crinkle cut.
Crinkle fries.
Bullshit.
Crinkle. Yeah. So they're like nothing special.
The fries are mid at best, to be honest. Like they're the weakest part of their menu besides like the corn dogs and shit.
Yeah. No, the I did not get the corn dog this time. I did get the cheese curds. I think is what Brad recommended, right?
I think so. Yeah.
He was saying like that is what they're known for. I had no fucking idea. I got yelled at because I did not know that this chain was based off Wisconsin, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why the fuck would I know that shit? Why the fuck would I know that?
Doesn't it say like Wisconsin's best on like all the signage in there or something?
Yeah, it's just like I don't know what the fuck with like I don't keep up with like what this state is known for.
True.
Type of shit.
Yeah.
Like
I'm just an unobservant motherfucker.
Bro, it's funny because I'm very like observant in detail, but when it comes to food, I just look at the pictures. I don't look at the fucking words, bro. I do not. I'm like, unless if I need to read something.
Who's got time to read these days, dude? Like,
bro, to go on a little tangent, when I was in elementary school, we had like the book fairs, and when it was book fairs to get the points and stuff like that, I would always go for the what's the guy? The underwear hero?
Captain Underpants?
I think something like that, right? I would always get his stuff because it was a lot of pictures in the books, and anytime I had to get like points, like to get my, I think it was like you had to read a certain amount of books, and then you get books, you get points based on the book. Like I would rather read 10 of those than one like Harry Potter book. Because there was no pictures. There was no pictures.
Here's an interesting thing, though. I think this goes to the conversation we had with Robbie, where you don't naturally visualize imagery in your head. So, reading a book is not appealing to you because you can't like I literally, if I were to read something, it's like a movie is in my head playing what I'm reading. So for me, that's why it's like a Harry Potter book is very appealing. Like a manga book, it's like telling me the story already. So it's like my head's just putting what I think the voices are.
Yeah.
You know? But when I read a book, though, it's like the Avengers and shit, dude. It's like
yeah, it's what is that like? It like those things that some people have this where instead of like a TV, they have like this thing where it goes into the wall and then it shows the pictures instead of
a projector.
yes, project. You're
Okay.
so you're a projector essentially, where like you're
Yeah.
like reading this information and then you're projecting into a picture.
Yeah.
Like he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think the thing is like a lot of people don't know about Matthew is that like he's very creative. I think you're probably one of the most creative persons I know because like you just think about the most you just take it to the extreme of like holy shit, like you see this or you read this and you think of an idea, your brain's like constantly always working. So like I can see that like you're always constantly projecting these things into pictures.
My brain does not shut off, which is
Yeah.
an absolute fucking horrible trait to have, but it's also like kind of a superpower at the same time. But like if there's something that like stresses me out or if there's something like anxiety inducing, my brain does not stop. Like that's part of the anxiety too,
It comes hand in hand.
Like, yeah, with the good comes the bad, everything in balance.
It almost sounded like some like anime like instruction, like an
For
intro.
real, dude.
No, but like I feel like yes, I think we talked about this. Like my brain is constantly like always running, but not in the same way that yours does. Mine is more like I don't want to say like logical. Like it's more.
Is it analytical? Would that be the better word?
Yeah, it's more analytical. I would say yours is more in the creative side. Like I think like we in that sense like that's where we kind of like part ways in that. But our brains are we've established are always constantly just like running like 24/7. Even in my sleep, I feel like I feel like I'm set in stone to think that I do sleepwalk it to a certain extent. But we'll see one day, or maybe I record myself. But
yeah,
the point is like, yeah, my brain's always like just running 24/7, and I just think in a different manner. But I know for a fact that I'm not creative as fuck. This motherfucker over here, Matthew, when it comes to like, I don't know what it was. Like, I feel like if you were to think of on your feet like a nickname, right? Like let's say like, hey, like give so and so a nickname, you'd be like quick to think on that, bro. I would fucking just freeze. I would just like not be able to think on it. I would yeah, like I just would not be able to even compute that in my brain. It just like it stops.
My quickness is not conducive a lot of the times for conversation. One of my really bad habits that I have that I already am very aware of just throughout this episode is I cut people off without realizing it because like my brain's just going. So when I hear what you're saying, I'm like trying to tie this into like other things. Like my brain works in imagery, so it's like it has like metaphor, and then for all of those, it's like very, very specific niche, like scene from a movie or something that's just like very individual to me that no one else has any context of. So my mouth has to filter out all of that before I speak, and it still cuts people off. And like, so I apologize for that. It is something that annoys the fuck out of my girl. Like,
it's funny because I do that too, but I try to catch myself and I'm like, I'm sorry, go ahead. Like, like I feel like I think we both kind of do that where we kind of like interrupt each other. But I think the understanding that you do that is the important thing. Not knowing that you don't do that or are oblivious to it, then that's the problem, I would say.
That's the benefit of like editing your own show.
Yeah,
I am painfully aware of how bad I speak sometimes. And trust me, I am working on the amount of likes, little idiosyncrasies that like I do. It is a very hard thing, this speaking thing, right?
Yeah, the speed thing is definitely hard. I feel like mine are like or I feel like I think I do use like a lot too, but not as much as like or I think everyone does have it to a certain extent. Like even good like speakers. I feel like I've seen them do the same thing, and I think this maybe is like from time to time is okay. Uh, but yes, I'm well aware as well that I do cut off people, and that's. I mean, I feel like as long as you know and you acknowledge it, and you're like, I'm sorry, like go ahead, like I didn't mean to cut you off. Like that's a beautiful thing for me. I'm like, yo, respect. Like
Yeah, but
that's how I say it.
this is also other thing. I went on this tangent because for some it's like can you take a compliment? Like you're very creative, and like my first instinct is to just like put myself down a little bit.
I feel like I do that too, and my reason is because I don't want I want to like humble myself, right? I don't want to be like yeah, dude, like I am
Yeah.
creative. I would not expect that from you, and like if someone tells me, it's like, dude, like I don't know how, like for example, it's like I don't know how you do this at work. You're like you manage like over 12 departments, and I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I do that. Like I do it with people.
You should do that though. Like you should be like, I run this shit. You know?
But I do that to people that like I would do that to you. Like if you were to work with me, I'm like, yeah, bitch, I do that.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude.
But like if I
fucking run this shit, dog.
but like if it's like people like I don't know, because like they can go and be like, yo, he actually said that. Like I always watch what I say at work. But I'm like, it's a lot of work, but I feel like you should be able to be like, I think you'd be able to do it too. I'm just saying that just to say that because like I can't. You won't catch me slipping, bro. You won't catch me slipping. I'm like, you trying to set me up, bitch?
Yeah. My thing is, I know I'm creative. I think like it's not like a humbleness. It's actually kind of a little bit of shame.
Really?
And the reason why is because like I had a really horrible breakup like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And it shut me down like creatively for a decade. Like I was in the middle of writing something.
Oh yes, I remember.
And it just because like at that time I was so ingrained in that that when like my life just got like blown up, I just shut down completely and just like locked it all into a box. And it's only been in like the past year that the creativity side, not the technical editing stuff on here that like you have seen throughout, but like I've started writing again. I've started making music again, just differently. Just art in general, crafts, shit. Like I used to do that. Yeah. And I'm starting to like get back into it, but my brain feels overwhelmed because it feels like it's trying to make up for the decade that it was kind of shut off. Okay. Or like not allowed to operate. So it's not like it's a great compliment, but like I feel like I haven't done anything. Like I still feel like I'm playing catch up. Like, which is such a fucking stupid thing to say, but like in my head, I'm not like ahead of the curve right now. I'm literally behind by a decade, and it's completely like changed how I approach things now. Okay. Especially don't take shit for granted. Like, 100%. That is a big thing where it's like when you come back to something, it's like, man, be thankful for the time that you have, because like I'm reading some of the stuff like that I wrote. Yeah. And like I can tell that I can remember what I was thinking in that moment. Okay. But I'm just not in that mental state anymore. So it makes it really hard for me to continue like that story. So now it's like trying to change things, and it's made it better in the absence because I'm like more mature, thank God, but like have also like just more life history too. So it's like all these things that like back then I couldn't think of the answer to, I have been able to now. So it's like, this is why I'm like, I'm behind. Because now I'm just like, I could have been done with this shit. I could be on book 3 right now making millions of dollars in a franchise, you know? Like,
No, I mean, that makes sense. I feel like I have this mentality just to kind of notate real quick. This is why I'm saying that he's creative, because I was going to be like, it's funny because like in my mind I'm like, before you said the writing thing, I'm like, I swear he told me that he wrote at some point in his life, and then sure enough you bring it up, and I'm like, bro, only creative people write, bro. I cannot write for the life of me. I fucking despise like writing, like anything. Like, if you were to tell me to write an essay, I would pay someone to do it.
dude, okay, for one, essays suck. Like, let's
do.
knock this out. If you like writing an essay, we're just not gonna be friends. Like, just right there. We don't think alike. But for me at least, creative writing was always fun because there was no rules. So it's like that's how I thought about it. You're not similar at all. It doesn't matter the style.
No, it doesn't. I just don't like writing because like I just don't like. I'm more of like a hands-on. Like I don't know. Like I like to do it. I don't like to, I guess, like write it. I feel like I would have like a lot of like writer's block if I were to write. And anyway, the point is like the fact that you're able to write not based on anything, but you're writing based on like your mind, like what you're thinking, is what I feel like makes a very creative person. So it's like kind of like to go on that, like it's just like I feel also that whenever you are, I don't know, you said you're still currently thinking that you're behind?
Yeah. Like,
You still
dude, here's the thing. Last night I edited 3 videos and I still don't feel like I accomplished anything.
Okay.
That's a problem. So like I recognize I'm not in a healthy creative area right now. Like I'm working on trying to make that mentally healthy.
Right. Yeah. No. I feel like that's very valid, to be honest with you. You're like looking back, like, yo, I could have been like a millionaire with the fucking whole franchise and shit. But I feel like in my mind, like I'm this is where like my thinking goes. Like whenever I go to work and someone like brings up a problem or an issue or thing like that, like I just initially like my mind is just going off in like so many different directions. But I know like it's not. I don't know if it's like, I guess you can say that it's similar or something along those lines, that it can maybe like correlate to what you were talking about. But there's this saying that whenever you have anxiety, and a lot of people say like when you have anxiety, the next thing is like, why you have anxiety is because you're thinking like about maybe stress or just thinking too much about the future. And then you're like, I'm not there yet, right? Like I'm not there yet. And they say like you can't control like the future, right? Like they say like whenever like someone cuts you off in the road, you can't control like them cutting you off, but you can control how you react, right? And then dude, it opened my mind. Reason why I say this, it opened my mind because I'm like, bro, I would normally, whenever someone cuts me off or it's in a rush, I'll be like, fucking bitch, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? But dude, when someone told me this and I heard this, they're like, you don't know if this person is, maybe they just found out their wife is going to the hospital.
Yeah.
And dude, I got like goosebumps, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck that person's going through.
I'm gonna have 2 things. One, the funny thing.
Okay,
that I'm gonna say.
yeah.
The second, we're gonna continue on that train of thought because I actually really want to dissect this with you. The first thing is, when somebody cuts me off, my first reaction would have been, motherfucker, son of a bitch, just going through the gamut, right? You get angry, especially when they do something. There's a button on my car dash that is broken. And whenever somebody cuts me off now, one way for me to like calm down is I use my the visual creative daydream part of my brain, and I push the button, And I imagine just a rocket launcher just coming out, shooting at the car, and it just blowing up, and
Sure.
like I'm just going on my day. So like
Hello.
that's how I get. It's just like the James Bond shit. It's like
Yeah. Target acquired.
Target acquired. So that's how like I kind of deal with those things. It's just like I just have that button and shit. Going back to what you just said though, that is a very important lesson that I think I wish that I knew a decade ago.
Yeah.
I think single-handedly that where it's like you don't know what someone else is going through is probably the best piece of advice I have ever gotten in my life, and transformed how I even approach anything these days. Even something like in my relationship. Like if my girl gets snippy, my first reaction, I get angry because you're like, yo, what the fuck wrong with this chick now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like the secondary reaction and what actually exits my mouth is everything going okay? Are you doing all right? You know, and it's the check-in. And what I've found is most of the time, people in those instances are not thinking about you at all. So like you internalize this like they're fucking me up, you know, and all like, this stuff, and
you're being targeted.
They're not even aware of your presence. One, and it's like two, you don't know what they're going through, and sometimes people are dealing with a lot, and especially nowadays. I mean, it could be like a fucking rolling, like take your pick. What you got going on, you know? So I think it's just like, just lead with kindness, one, but also just quit thinking everything's about yourself, and just ask other people how they're doing. I think just like you're gonna get better reactions from people and diffuse those stressful situations or those little like skirmishes before they start, just by checking in with somebody first. And then if they're a trifling asshole and they're just clearly off the rails, then you're going for the kill. Like,
now you're allowed to go for the kill.
But it just like, before I learned that, it was just like, I kind of led with my temper a little bit. Not like physical violence, but like you go 0 to 100 and just yell. Like you get mad, you start getting louder. It's just not a healthy behavior to have.
It isn't. No, but I mean, it definitely, it's something like that made me open my eyes and like made me think and react differently with a lot of things, not just specifically in the driving aspect of things. You will, of course, like you mentioned, come across those people that are actually targeting you or just doing it out of spite or whatever the reason may be, that they're just doing it because they're just miserable people. That's also a thing. Why are they miserable? I'm not gonna take my time. Like I can go into many ways of like why they are, but don't let it affect
small
you,
dick,
right?
no bitches, like
well, the list can go on. But we just I just like don't let it affect me anymore. I think, of course, everybody has their like, if you cross that line, that's when you go off. That's me. Like it will take me a lot to get to that point, but once you cross that line, no, like there's no point of no return. I don't know if you've ever seen me like upset or mad.
No, maybe I haven't.
But like it takes a lot for me to get there, and when I get there, I'm like, dude, I gave you many opportunities. I tried this and that. But for the most part, I would say definitely it's an eye opener, right? Like it's an eye opener because like reason why also that I've noticed that is like one time my dad got in a car accident, and dude, I booked it on the highway. You saw me, boom, 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 like I fucking booked it. Yeah, and I didn't do it just to be an asshole.
No, of course not. Yeah,
and I did it because I wanted to get there quick. But I'm sure visually to other people, it's like, yo, that guy's a fucking asshole for driving like that, right?
Right. Unsafe. think of
Yeah.
the kids,
Mhm.
you know, and you're just like, fuck them kids, bro. Like my dad may
Yeah.
not be alive.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know,
Like terrified. Like, and that's why I
Yeah.
get it, and that's why I put myself in other people's shoes. I'm like, I hope everything's okay whenever like I see a car going fast.
yeah. Dude, that's such a fucking emotional, mature play. I still hit that button on the regular. Like, yeah. I don't even think on the road. I don't think, man, they're probably having a bad day. I'm just like, pink.
That's actually a smart thing to do. That's another way of I respect that too, because that's another way of maturely handling it without you going off. It's like, yeah, I hit him with the rocket right there.
Yeah.
No, but going back to the Culvers, because I know, I wrote
can't.
it down.
I fucking can't, dude.
I wrote
Oh
it
my
down.
God.
I wrote it down because I know, I'm like, we're going on a tangent. This is gonna go hard. I'm like, I'm gonna forget.
I love you so much.
I wrote it, bro. I wrote it. I'm not gonna forget.
I'm so proud of you.
Because I know before we went on tangents, when I look back at other episodes, I'm like, bro, we never talked about that afterwards. So I'm like, nope. We got a little notepad and paper. So my my rating for the food this time. We had. I'll give you the things that I got. I got the Culver's Deluxe, and I got Powerade because the day before I went or actually not the day before, it was actually yesterday Friday night. I went to have some game night with some friends, and I drank a little bit. I felt good, no hangover. It's just like the feeling of it. So I had some Powerade. Obviously the fries. I also got chicken tenders because I didn't think I tried it last time, and the cheese curds. And then I asked what their custard of the day was, and they said the Oreo one. So I got the Oreo one.
Okay.
And then I got also the side of the cheese on this, like, as well. Like, I think two of them, they sell cheese on the side for some reason.
Like melted cheese?
Yeah, melted cheese. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got that too because I guess cheese curds. I figured, I'm gonna put more cheese on it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got like a good gamut. You got like a good spread here.
Yes.
Good variety.
Right, because I like I said, I'm a foodie. I like to,
right.
I'm like, I ain't getting no fucking corn dog. I'll try it again. I love corn dogs.
Don't.
No? Okay, doesn't get better?
Nope. No.
No corn dog. But, okay, I'll start with the chicken tenders. Chicken tenders, I got honey mustard with it. I would probably give it a solid 6.5.
Okay, fair.
Honey mustard wasn't all that. Then
who's got the best honey mustard sauce of the places that you've been to?
Bro, that's a great question.
Is that your like go-to sauce?
Yeah, honey mustard. Okay. And then more recently, anything like that's spicy, but normally they don't really have that. I kind of been fucking with sweet and sour lately though.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just like anything sweet. So the 6.5 for the chicken tenders. The cheese curds, I feel like they were okay. I would give it like a 6.5 as well. They weren't that good. Like, they weren't like amazing, but they were a lot better than I thought they would be. I'm like, I've had this before. I don't know when, but I've had this before.
Okay.
So 6.5 for the cheese curds. And then the burger was not dry like last time, but it still wasn't like, this is some fire ass burger, right? I would probably give it a 7. I think it was better than the last time I gave it. Or I didn't know if I rated it last time, but I would give it a 7.
What toppings did you have on the burger?
The burger was a deluxe, so it had pickles. I don't like onions, so I took no onions there.
I thought you didn't like pickles either.
I don't, but on burgers, I don't mind them. They're like starting to grow on me.
That's the loophole a little bit. Like, as long as it's with other shit, like, then you can have it. Okay.
Yeah. I don't like pickles. Like, I would not like grab a pickle and bite. Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
So
what was that motion? Do that again.
Cut that out.
Cut that. Thumbnail.
Oh fuck! Watch it actually be a thumbnail.
I'm not that mean.
Oh man. No, but yeah. So pickles, tomatoes. I don't think it had lettuce. So it was just tomatoes, pickles, cheese,
Yeah.
and I think it had mayo on it. Yeah, I would say it was a 7. I would say it's definitely better than before. I think it could be a little bit more juicy. At least the one I got. Or maybe the thing is, I don't know if the deluxe is the way. I think that there's like the regular basic,
Did you get a single or a double?
double.
Okay.
So
Man, dude, it's like,
should I get a single?
can I be honest with you at this point? I think if you've had both styles of burgers, like you had the butter burger last time, I think, and then you got the deluxe this time. If you're not feeling the burger, I just don't think you're gonna like the burgers there. And I say this because it's like, you know how like you could go to like a McDonald's, a Burger King, a Wendy's, their burgers all taste different. Like the meat all tastes different.
Yep.
I think that's just the case. You just don't like the Culver's meat burger. Because it is a smashed burger, so it is different. Like it's a little charred a little bit, so
I feel because it's a smash burger, like I've had smash burgers, bro, and I kid you not, bro, I've had fucking fire ass smash burger where you can taste like I don't want to say like the grease. You can just taste the flavor.
yeah.
It's just amazing.
But it could also be just the seasoning they put on it is just not for
there
you.
There was not.
It's
to me,
Wisconsin. It's bland white people anyway doing it, man. Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I did not feel that much flavor to it. That's what it was. You just said that. It clicked. It's that.
Yeah.
I felt like almost no salt. I felt like no flavor.
Yeah.
It almost felt like they just, like you said, just made the burger, boom, there with no.
Now
seasoning.
here's the thing that I actually have an opinion on for the Culver's argument. How was the Oreo shake or custard or whatever? The concrete mixer, I think, is what they call it.
I actually enjoyed it. It felt mid in terms of that. It just felt like I've had this like anywhere else.
Is it like ice cream? Like an Oreo shake is an Oreo shake?
It tasted like a shake to me. I say shake because to me I'm like, why is it a custard? Like, is a custard a shake? Because it looks.
See,
like
that's the thing.
Shake.
As long as you weren't like that's a win. I think like ice cream, like
you can't.
Ice cream. I think you have to really fuck it up for me to just be like, no, bro.
Yeah. If you fuck
so
up
that's
ice cream,
okay.
though,
At least that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Their
that was
root beer. I will say their root beer is exceptional.
Okay.
Like that is probably singularly the thing that I would go to get in the drive-through over a burger. Is just give me a large root beer.
I wish I knew that. I got the fucking Powerade, but the custard, the Oreo custard, was definitely like an 8 for me. I would say just because you can't fuck it up. You can't fuck that shit up. I love Oreos too, so.
Okay.
Yeah. I fuck up Oreos.
Did you try the Post Malone joints?
No.
Like the Post Malone special Oreos?
No, I didn't. That was a thing.
Yeah, it was actually really cool packaging. But yeah, dude, my coworker buddy and I, we just had like he's just like the sugar guy, dude. Like he'll come in with bags of sweets and everything, and it's just like, dude, like it's like a joke between him and I. It's like when I'm having a bad day, I just go and just pillage the candy stash and stuff.
Yeah,
but like he brought those Oreos in one day because he was just like, dude, these things like they're like kind of like golden graham type shit. Kind of how like they taste a little bit. But he'll bring in all the different types of Oreos. Like every time a new like flavor comes out or a new little concoction and shit, like he gets it and he'll bring it in and we'll try it. So that's
hell yeah. No, those are definitely fire. I fuck up, like I get a cup of milk, I grab the Oreos, and I sometimes if I don't stop myself, bro, I can destroy a whole fucking like row. Like it's so fucking good. Like when I don't know if you dip the Oreos in the cookie, and
I love dipping,
the milk.
dude. I love it.
Yeah,
I like dipping, and then I'll even like drink a little, and then just shoot. Like it's almost just making like Oreo mush in your mouth.
Yeah,
too. Like it just it's disgusting, but like it just is so good.
No, I mean, to me, I like the fact that like when you dip, it's like soft, but then you still got the part that you're holding. It's still
Yeah.
hard, so it's like a mixture of both, and I'm like, dude, it's so
Do
fucking
you
good.
do you break it off? Do you get into that whole
Nah,
argument? No, it's just
I
like, dude,
used to when I was a little kid because like other people in like elementary or wherever middle school, they would be like, if you don't do that, you're a little bitch. Like, why don't you do that? Like, you're weird.
here's a question though. Do you pour the milk in a glass?
Yeah.
I pour it in a bowl so that I don't have to deal with
The whole okay.
the size of the glass when
That
in my
makes
hand.
that makes sense. I feel
Because
like
sometimes I'll have to like hold the Oreo with my two fingers and just kind of like try to dip it down in there, you know. I'm just not about that shit, dude. I cereal bowl that just donk.
it's smart. It's smart. I mean that does make sense. I do know I have like some bigger like cups, so like for me it's like fine to be able to do it. Like
You
I
also got
definitely
small hands, so like
Yo, I wasn't trying to go with that.
fucking normal size cups.
Yo, I mean like this is a pretty big size. I'm just kidding.
That 8-ounce Yeti, like
Is it 8 ounce? I don't even
no,
know.
I'm just making fun.
It's like, damn, bitch! Like, why you gotta make fun of my tiny ass hands, bro? No, but yeah, no, I do fuck up a row of Oreos if I don't control myself. Like, I can control myself with a lot of things, but when it comes to like food, and I'm just like, bro, I'm fucking enjoying this. I always tell myself, all right, two more. I take out two more. I put it away. I put it away, and then I'm like, I think I can do two more. And I grab it again and take out two more.
Just two more. Like,
Nah,
do you have
it's
a
like
favorite type of Oreo? Like
as of
flavor?
right now, it's just the OG, like the
The OG.
regular. Yeah.
Do you get
yeah.
into like the double stuffed or just the
No,
OG?
I hate the double stuff. It's too much in
Okay.
the middle. Too
It
much in the middle.
is. It
Too
really
much.
is. Yeah, I know. Just
I
keep it with the OG stuff.
what I do fuck with in terms of like cookies though is I don't do it too much, but Chips Ahoy, they have like different ones where I do like to try different ones of those. They have like a chewy Chips Ahoy. Yes, it's weird.
I
It's
thought this is antithetical to how you eat cookies. You don't like the chewy.
no. Those for some reason are like my like the exception of like I will for some reason
Interesting.
like the chewy Chips Ahoy because they're like I don't know because it's like the chocolate chip is still hard and the dough is like soft.
It is. It's just not. Yeah, it's soft, but it's not like uncooked.
No, it's
Right.
not cooked. It's cooked,
Yeah.
but it's weird. I know it's definitely very unhealthy for you. That's why I don't eat it anymore. Which is like why I tell my mom, please don't get Oreos because I will fuck up a fucking row. Like I kid you not, I have no control with Oreos. I just cannot. I'll fuck it up.
Before we go, I'll end with this. The first time I smoked weed was not a great experience ever for me.
Okay.
I took one little like thing and I hit it like a vape like an idiot thinking like, oh, like I don't smoke cigarettes anyway either. I've only smoked like a handful of cigars in my life. But like, so I just kind of hit it like a vape and it was obviously way too much. I had no idea what I was doing. I started coughing violently. Then I got really lightheaded and like just passed on the floor. Like not passed out, but like laid down on the floor because I'm just like, I'm not comfortable. And like, I'm also like starting to feel sick. So I'm like, trying to army crawl my way down the hallway to the bathroom, and it's like the tunnel, like the hallway's just stretching out, like the woo, like from like the horror films and stuff. So it's doing that. Horrible experience. The next time somebody's like, hey, like you want to try some? Was like a year and a half later. And I was like, dude, the first time was horrible. He's like, you're just gonna like just do a little like, that's it, hold it, and then like, that's it. That's all you get. So I did that. And I'm just like, dude, I'm not really feeling anything, And I'm just like, I don't know, like, what I'm supposed to be feeling at all at this moment. Am I supposed to be like happy? Am I supposed to, feel a little loose? And I am smashing a bag of Oreos. The whole time I'm like waiting for the effects, quote unquote, to take. And like my buddy the whole time's just laughing because we're like watching anime and I'm just, dude, I'm not feeling a fucking thing, man. Let me get another, like, let me get, yeah. And like, to be honest, the thing that caught me was I'm going, dude, I'm not going front. These are the best fucking Oreos I've ever had in my life. He's just like, oh, you're feeling it now.
Yeah, everyone gets hit differently for sure. That's funny though.
All right, listeners. Thanks again for tuning in to another week of Talking Trubbish. We will catch you next time. See you later.
See ya.